I call the regular meeting of the Ascension Parish Council Thursday, July 16th to order. Our invocation tonight will be led by the Reverend Ken Spivey of the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office.
Our Heavenly Father and our God, we thank you for your goodness to our nation, your goodness to our state, and especially our parish of Ascension, and for giving us the blessings, Lord, that really we don't deserve, but yet we gather tonight and we know that everything is not well with our nation, and we deeply need a moral and spiritual renewal to help us meet the many problems that we face, Lord. But I pray that you will help us. You'll convict us. You'll give us the courage, Lord, to do the things that we need to do. I pray that you would help us turn to you in faith and that you would set our feet on a path of righteousness. And I pray also today for our parish president, for our parish council, and all the parish administrative staff. I pray that you would be with our sheriff and his administrative staff as well, and all those brave young men and women bearing the badge and wearing the blue. I pray that you'd give them wisdom and they would look to you before making decisions. And Lord, these are for your people. I pray that there'd be unity and harmony in our great parish. And your word said, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And I ask you to continue to prosper our wonderful parish of Ascension, that you'd continually guide and direct all of our leaders, and that you'd give them supernatural wisdom. And these things I'm asking in the name of Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Our pledge tonight will be led by Mrs. D. Lejeune of St. Elizabeth Hospital. Ms. D.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dee. Roll call, Ms. Suzanne. All present with the exception of Councilman Benny Johnson, Councilman Oliver Joseph. Chair additions. Councilman, I have something to add to the agenda, please. It's move the August 6th meeting in Donaldsonville to July the 30th.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Dennis Cullen, second by Councilman Randy Cluart. Any objections? I'll need a roll call, please.
Councilman Cluart.
Yes.
Councilman Cullen.
Yes.
Councilman Dempsey Lambert.
Yes.
Councilman Todd Lambert.
Yes.
Councilman Lohr.
Yes.
Councilman Shake Snyder.
Yes.
Councilman Thompson.
Yes.
And Councilman Valentine.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. We will put this at the end of general business on item 9A, please. 9A to move the meeting to July 30th. Next, I have public comment period. Anyone wishes to speak on anything on the agenda, please sign in with Ms. Suzanne. You'll be allotted 3 minutes. At this time, I do have one speaker, Mr. Ricky Compton, please.
Thank you. I just wanted to announce, like we announced at the Recreation Committee a couple nights ago, that we are starting a youth flag football league in Ascension Parish, ages 5 to 12, co-ed. Lester has a poster. We are going to start posting this all over the parish. We want as many kids out here as we can get. We want co-ed, and we want just to build some excitement about this league. We're tentatively scheduling where we're going to practice and where we're going to play our games, but like I said, this is a grassroots effort, and we're trying to just get out here and pound the pavement. If anybody wants to help coach, please look at the Ascension Parish Recreation website. There's a link, a phone number, an email address. Email me, call me, put your name on the list. But we're going to start registering the first week of, in August. We're going to register through August and try to start playing September 20th. So, thank you.
Ricky, could you add a little bit to the picture of the little fellow running? Who would that be?
Oh, that's my boy. We played 4 seasons in Orlando, and it doesn't get any, on a Sunday afternoon to get out there and play some football.
Yeah.
So
we're looking forward to it, and I've been hearing good things. People are excited. We have another item for recreation. Thank you very much. Next, we get into a happy part of the agenda, presentations. First, we will have our Oak Grove Primary 4-H Club Certificate of Achievement. Would you 4-Hers come forward, please?
Certificate of Achievement. This certificate is hereby awarded to the Oak Grove Primary 4-H Club. The Parish of Ascension is proud to present the certificate to the Oak Grove Primary 4-H Club upon the occasion of its outstanding performance at the 2009 Achievement Day, finishing first in cheer and third in song. We join with Parish Council Chairman Pat Bell and the entire Parish Council in applauding your dedication to having the best club possible. Thank you and congratulations. Any spokesman? I think you have over 90 members. That's outstanding.
We do. We have 91 members, and this is a small group of representatives this evening. And our group should be very proud of themselves for the commitment that they showed and the responsibility and dedication this year. They were wonderful at participating in the projects that we required of them. They were wonderful about finishing their project book and showed great leadership qualities. And so the congratulations belong to them and the rest of our club.
Thank you. And hopefully you can get some use out of Lamar Dixon soon, to where we'll have a lot of facilities there that you can take advantage of.
Thank y'all. Next, we have Santa softball standout, Miss Bridget Bouquois. Bridget, let me know if I leave anything out. I mean, you've got a resume that's page long here. Baton Rouge All-Metro Most Valuable Player, Class 5A All-State Selection, and big future LSU Tiger.
Batted .465 a senior year, leading Santa Monica into the quarterfinals. So congratulations and good luck on your future. And Parish of Ascension is proud to present this certificate to Santa Monica High softball standout Bridget Bouquois upon her being named to Class A 5A All-State team and most outstanding player for the 5A, 4A, All-Metro team by the Advocate. We join the Parish with Parish Councilman Pat Bell and the entire Parish Council in offering our congratulations. Bridget.
Larry, would you come forward, please? Family?
I just want to thank my coaches and my family for being so supportive, and hopefully next year we'll do something at LSU, and hopefully we'll do great. Go Tigers!
Bridget, would you make me a promise? When y'all go to the World Series, would you bring the team in? Okay?
Hi.
Okay, I'll hold you to it. Thank y'all very much. Okay, next we will have a proclamation to declare July 16th. Today has been Brenda Malonson Day. Mayor Brenda Malonson, Innocent Parish in honor of former Sorrento Mayor Brenda Malonson. Come forward, Mayor.
Brenda's been a good friend for many, many years, and first woman mayor I ever served with, even back in the early 90s. Done an excellent job for the town of Sorrento. Been very representative, and I'm glad you're here tonight, and I love you, and just want to say congratulations on your retirement. We have a former recipient, Mr. Johnny Birtle out here, so that's it. She's still the best looking. Okay, this is to proclaim July 16th, Mayor Brenda Malonson Day in Ascension Parish. Whereas Brenda Malonson has completed her most recent term as mayor after once again faithfully serving the people of the town of Sorrento and Ascension Parish at large. Whereas she has worked tirelessly to promote her community, which is now recognized everywhere as the boucherie capital of the world for nearly 4 decades. And whereas she has helped Sorrento become the center of higher education in Ascension Parish, is home to River Parish's Community College and the Louisiana Technical College Ascension campus. And whereas she has devoted much of her life and work to her community, including authoring a book on the town entitled The History of Sorrento. Now, therefore, it be proclaimed, I, Tommy Martinez, Parish President of Ascension, State of Louisiana, by virtue of the authority vested in me to hereunto proclaim July 16, 2009, as Mayor Brenda Malonson Day in Ascension Parish, and urge my fellow citizens to observe this date in honor of this outstanding public service. In appreciation of your efforts and dedication as mayor of the town of Sorrento and to the parish at large, we wish to say thank you and congratulations by proclaiming July 16, 2009, Mayor Brenda Malonson Day in the parish of Ascension. Thank you.
With honor, I'm very, very moved by it. I consider all of you friends. I don't need to be honored to be your friend, but I have always loved Sorrento and Ascension Parish, and I never could have done my job without these guys. You know, they helped us so much in Sorrento. I thank Tommy Martinez, I thank Kent Shake Snyder, and I will continue to support them as long as I live. Thank you.
Maybe you can go beat Johnny's assistant.
Thank you, Mayor. Ms. Suzanne, make note that Councilman Joseph has arrived. Next, we have proclamation. Tomorrow will be Sheriff Wiley Day. Sheriff Jeff Wiley in Ascension Parish in honor of the sheriff being inducted into the Louisiana Justice Hall of Fame.
Again,
Sheriff, come forward, please.
I've had the pleasure of serving with Jeff Wiley over the years, and he's been not only an outstanding public servant, but also a good friend. He's got 5 great-grandchildren. Great-grandchildren? Great. They're great. I didn't mean that. Great. That he's proud of, and I know him and Linda, Linda's enjoying her retirement. We hope that Jeff decides to continue running. He does an excellent job, and we really don't want you to retire. But generally, when you get into the Hall of Fame, and hair starts turning a little gray like mine, and Brenda's, Johnny's, and yours. I mean, I remember we all had a lot of hair, and had a lot of dark hair, and could dance for an hour or two. But anyway, I'm going to get off them. But anyway, we really want to salute you tonight for being recognized. And proclamation proclaimed July 17th, so you have all day tomorrow, as Sheriff Jeff Wiley Day in Ascension Parish. Whereas Jeff Wiley has faithfully served Ascension Parish in law enforcement since 1974, as its sheriff since 1996, as its and is chairman of the Louisiana Commission on Law Enforcement and the Administration of Criminal Justice. And whereas as sheriff he has worked to modernize and greatly increase the size and scope of Ascension Parish's Sheriff's Department, and whereas he has also worked in Ascension Parish as an educator, initiating the Ascension Parish School System Substance Abuse Education Program, and also served his country in the United States Marine Corps. And whereas he has been justly honored as one of the 7 inductees this year to the Louisiana Justice Hall of Fame. Now therefore it be proclaimed, I, Tommy Martin, as President of Ascension Parish, State of Louisiana, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereunto proclaim July 17, 2009, as Sheriff Jeff Wiley Day in Ascension Parish, and urge my fellow citizens to observe this date, and honor a true legend in Louisiana law enforcement. Wow.
Brenda, would you come up, please, for pictures?
Well, we're going to read some more. Come on up here. That's it. That's definitely. Okay, and this plaque is in appreciation of your 35 years of service and in recognition of your induction into the Louisiana Justice Hall of Fame. We wish to say thank you and congratulations by proclaiming July 17, 2009, Sheriff Jeff Wiley Day in Ascension Parish. Keith. Yeah, for a while, person out here, the only one. So that's it. That goes fits the new jail. We just anyway, Sheriff, congratulations, and
Tommy, thank you so much, and Pat, Chairman Pat, and all of the friends on the council. I want you to know that Lynn and I are honored. I do have to tell you, I've got to go apologize to a lot of people because I thought Jeff Wiley Day was today, and I was like really hard to live with today. So now I get 2 days. I am so proud to share tonight with an all-state softball player and a bona fide collegiate athlete. I was never one of those, all right? And a beautiful, long-term serving mayor. I was never one of those either. But it should be no surprise to you that successful leaders are people that are dedicated to what they do. And I look at retired Mayor Johnny Berthelot, who only served for over a quarter century, and I look at new Mayor Barney Arsenault, who's only been in public service for longer than that, and I look at Brenda Melanson, who was the town clerk before she was the mayor. And you wonder why the town of Sorrento and the city of Gonzales is prospering like it is. I will tell you with all humility, I see 3 individuals in the back, our chaplain Ken Spivey, Detective Shaquem LeBlanc, and Detective Reggie Poche. They are the heartbeat of your sheriff's department. And I say this without false humility. All of this is off the backs and the sweat and the commitment that they have to see that you put your head on a pillow at night in a safe community. I want to thank, once again, parish government. I want to thank my wife, all right, for all the things that spouses do. God rest Vic's soul. That spouses do because they serve in office too, sometimes much more than we do. I guess having said that, I will close. Thank you very much. I want to say this. Well, Tommy Martin has mentioned this. All right. It's so wonderful to get an award like I got in the real attention tonight. Thank you very much. You know, have Jeff Wiley Day. That's kind of neat. Chocolate ice cream tomorrow, by the way, for everybody. But we have wonderful staff. I brag on them all the time in the sheriff's department. It makes my job easier than most sheriff's jobs. I still have a lot of gas left in this tank, And I look forward to many more years if the public will continue to have me. So all of these accolades, let it not be an indication that I'm riding off in the sunset, okay? Thank you, and God bless all of us. Thank you.
Cheryl?
Tommy, I
Sure,
have
Wiley.
for you and for the council, we have challenge coins. Our department put these together, and I want you to know not too many people have these. These are special tokens of appreciation. These coins you will see them. They will have dispatch, or they will have patrol, or they will have detective on them, and these are symptomatic of our unity. And quite frankly, from the sheriff, a token of my appreciation for all that you've done, particularly when we just opened a major capital outlay, you and I together, with a jail expansion. Thank you very much. Tommy, would you pass them out?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sheriff Wiley?
Thank you.
Sir, I'd like to, not only as a council member, but we go way back. I mean, you're a little older than me, but we're way back there. And I want to just thank you for the honor that you bring us as citizens, to us, your family, your department. You've done a heck of a job, and I just want to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Councilor Flores.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Chicken stew and rice is still good, for as long as you're ready to go, okay?
Tell Mama put on the stove.
You got it.
We know what we're talking about. Yeah. Good job.
Okay. Next, we have the parish president report. President Martinez, you have anything, or?
I just have a couple of things. I just want to let you know that the governor's going to be in Ascension Parish next Wednesday, July 22nd, for a town hall meeting at 3 o'clock at Sanamo High and Commons area. So and the public is invited. The other thing is we received a letter from the governor today indicating that Ascension Parish has been awarded $100,000 for FY 08-09 Community Water Enrichment Fund programs. These funds will be used to set the cost to construct new elevated water storage tower in the Donaldsonville area. We would like to thank Senator Amadei, Representative Smiley, Senator Lambert, and Representatives Aubert and St. Germain for their support on this project. And, the other thing I have is just an announcement. The Human Resources Department has provided each of you with the updated Ascension Parish Personnel Policy Manual and an Emergency Management Card. If you have any questions, please contact the Human Resources Department. And that's all I have. Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Okay, so anybody with any questions of the president? Okay, we'll move into our consent agenda. I'll need a motion, please. Motion by Councilman Adrian Thompson, second by Councilman Chris Lohr. Any discussion? Any objections? Motion carries. Item 8, 2009 resolution on spending of federal economic renewal grants. Councilman Todd Lambert, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a simple resolution that's getting surfaced all over the United States through different counties and parishes, and I think it's a good resolution. I'm going to let Ms. Suzanne read it for us, and we can move forward with it.
2009 resolution on the spending of federal economic renewal grants to Ascension Parish government. Whereas the economic downturn is having a critical impact on everyday Americans who are struggling to maintain or find jobs in an increasingly difficult environment, and whereas those same Americans are the taxpayers that provide the revenue needed to operate essential government services, and whereas Congress and President Obama are planning a taxpayer-sponsored economic recovery package and will provide billions of dollars to help economically devastated cities and states immediately, provide jobs to millions of out-of-work Americans through considerable infrastructure rebuilding, green energy projects, and other projects that will require manufactured components. And whereas our taxpayer dollars should be spent to maximize the creation of American jobs and restoring the economic vitality of our communities. And whereas any domestically produced products that are purchased with economic recovery plan monies will immediately help struggling American families and will help stabilize our greater economy. And whereas any economic recovery plan spending should, to every extent possible, include a commitment from Ascension Parish government to buy materials, goods, and services for projects from companies that are produced within the United States, thus employing the very workers that pay the taxes for the economic recovery plan spending in the first place. Therefore, be it resolved that we, the undersigned, will work to maximize the creation of American jobs and restoring economic growth and opportunity by spending economic recovery plan funds on products and services that both create jobs and help keep Americans employed. Be it further resolved that we commit to purchasing only products and services that are made or performed in the United States of America whenever and wherever possible, with any economic recovery monies provided to Ascension Parish government by the American taxpayers. And be it further resolved that as legislators of Ascension Parish government, we commit to publish any request to waive these procurement priorities so as to give American workers and producers the opportunity to identify and provide the American products and services that will maximize the success of our nation's economic recovery program.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to make a motion to move this resolution to.
Motion by Councilman Todd Lambert, second by Councilman Randy Kluart. Any discussion? Any objection? Resolution passes.
Thank you.
Next, we have item 9, resolution amending the bylaws of the Ascension Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors. Ms. Lindsay Manda, please.
Economic development initiative something the parish allows them to amend their bylaws to allow the city of Gonzales to appoint one ex officio member to that board.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Dennis Cullen, second by Councilman Randy Kluart. Any discussion? Any objection? Resolution passes. Next item will be the,
Mr. Chair,
yes,
I just want to acknowledge that the Economic Development received $100,000 from Gonzales now as part of the donation, and we want to acknowledge that they are spending money there. So we
mighty
appreciate
good.
that. Yep.
9A, we will be, I'll be asking to move the meeting to July the 30th, the August 6th meeting. Motion by Councilman Adrian Thompson, second by Councilman Dennis Cullen. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. That meeting will be July 30th at 7 p.m. in Donaldsonville. Our Planning and Zoning recommendations, Planning Director, Mr. Ricky Compton.
Zoning Review ID 2010.09, Lewis J. Henderson, 1.706 acre tract for Darrell G. May, located on the northwest corner of LA Highway 73 and Longwood Avenue, to rezone property from medium intensity residential RM to mixed use 2, MU2. The Zoning Commission recommended approval of this item to accept or deny.
I have a motion by Councilman Valentine. I have a second by Councilman Chris Lohr. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries.
No.
Introduction of ordinance. Budget amendment number 4, to amend the ordinance approving, adopting, and appropriating the 2009 operating and capital budgets for the Parish of Ascension, adopted by the Ascension Parish Council on the 20th day of November, 2008.
Motion to introduce.
Motion to introduce by Councilman Todd Lambert. Second by Councilman Randy Kluart. Any discussion? Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. Next, we move into our public hearing ordinances. Item 12, Ms. Lindsay Manda, please.
Whereas Ascension Parish is a local governmental subdivision as defined by Article 6, Section 44 of the Louisiana Constitution of 1974, and whereas the Parish of Ascension is a governing and responsible body over the zoning and regulations within this jurisdiction, and whereas Article 6 of the Home Rule Charter of Ascension Parish, adopted May 4, 1993, identifies the process and manner in which to adopt ordinances regulating the lands of this parish, and whereas the Ascension Parish Drainage Ordinance Regulation was adopted on September 6, 2007, as a supplement to the Ascension Parish Unified Development Code, be it ordained by the Ascension Parish Governing Authority that the Ascension Parish Drainage Ordinance of 9/6/2007 is repealed in its entirety, and the new drainage ordinance is adopted and enacted in full as attached as Exhibit A. Exhibits: Drainage Ordinance Regulations.
I need a motion to open public hearing, please. Motion opened by Councilman Dennis Cullen, second by Councilman Adrian Thompson. Anyone wishing to speak on this agenda item, please come forward, sign in when this is done. You'll be allotted 3 minutes.
Motion to close.
Motion to close by Councilman Todd Lambert, second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Any discussion? Any object? All right, motion moved to ordinance by Councilman Chris Lord, second by Councilman Adrian Thompson. Any discussion? Any objection? Ordinance is introduced, is approved. Ms. Madden, would you come forward, please, ma'am?
I think it was sent to us by email because it was an amended agenda. But whatever, your agenda has to be posted on the front. If it was posted on the front with 9B on it, then we can take it up. If it's not posted on the door, then, but the agenda is supposed to be posted, so if it's not on that, we can take it up. Hang on. Yeah, if it's posted, we can do that. If not, we can't. But we can add it to the agenda. We can add it to the agenda. You can add it to the agenda. That's all. I mean, you can add it to the agenda at any time. Right. I see Robert out there.
Mr. Bell?
Yes, sir.
If that item, if it's the posted one, you can go ahead with it.
Yes, sir.
If not, you can add it to the amendment, add it to the agenda, and we can take care of it at the end. So
Sure,
it's not a problem. Either
That's
way.
what she's checking right now, so.
It is on that.
Okay, Councilman, we need to take 9B up at the end of our public hearings. Okay, Ms. Madden?
Whereas Ascension Parish is a local governmental subdivision as defined by Article 6, Section 44 of the Louisiana Constitution of 1974, and whereas the Parish of Ascension is the governing and responsible body over the zoning and regulations within this jurisdiction, and whereas Article 6 of the Home Rule Charter of Ascension Parish adopted May 4, 1993 identifies the process and manner in which to adopt ordinances regulating the lands of this parish, and whereas the Ascension Parish Development Ordinance was adopted on January 9, 2003, made effective April 2, 2003, whereas it is determined that the revisions to the home occupational standards are necessary to meet the intent of the regulations, be it ordained by the Ascension Parish Governing Authority that Section 17-288 of Chapter 17, Planning and Development of the Code of Ordinances of Ascension Parish, Louisiana, also known as Ascension Parish Development Code, is amended as follows. Deletions are in strike-through, additions are underlined. Section 17-288A6 be revised as, it shall contain no outside repair or storage, with the words accessory building and shops deleted. Exhibits, revised Section 17-288 in its entirety.
Okay, motion to open public hearing, please. Motion by Councilman Randy Coulard. Second by Councilman Adrian Thompson. Anyone wish to speak on this item, come forward, please. Sign in on Mrs. Zahn. Motion closed by Councilman Coulard. Second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. I'll need a motion to move the ordinance, please. Motion by Councilman Adrian Thompson. second by Councilman Dennis Cohen. Any objection?
Discussion.
Any discussion?
Discussion.
Councilman Valentine.
Mr. Crompton. Ricky, I'm not real familiar with the ordinance, but just looking at it, is this born out of planning and zoning, or born out of your department? The move to do, I see 15, 16, and 17, some changes. The fact that we scratch accessory buildings, storage shops, what's the reason? There's no explanation. I'd like to have an explanation.
This is an item that came through strategic planning, but it was born out of some items that we had seen coming into our office. And this item specifically is a redundant text, and in the ordinance you can see item, let me figure out which one it is. Item 2 reads, it is conducted entirely within the principal building or related structures for accessory buildings and uses on the property out of sight of neighboring properties. Item A6 used to read, it shall contain no outside accessory building, repair, or storage shops. They were contrary to one another. That's just the way our existing code read. So we wanted to strike the word accessory building and shops to basically say it shall contain no outside repair or storage. So all we did in this ordinance change is get rid of language that was contrary to itself. In the tables, what we're doing is we're eliminating commercial uses from residential zones. And what we're saying is we're no longer going to allow 1,500 square foot commercial buildings to show up in residential areas. If you want to do a commercial use in a residential area, you have to meet our home occupation standards. You must live in the building. You must have family run the building. You can't have more than so many employees. Your use must meet what's in our home occupation standards. So what we've done is we've just cleaned up the existing language, and then we revised our table to eliminate the commercial uses from the residential zones. So we're not going to get a fried chicken stand in front of a community. We're not going to get a drive-through alcohol store in front of a community. We've eliminated those as possibilities.
Does this, what if someone has a snowball stand in their yard already? Does this preclude them from?
No. We're not going after existing non-conforming.
Well, I mean, that's what the objection is. I mean, I'm just a little concerned the fact that it's a business that shuts down. They don't run 6 months out of the year, so we have some of those. Not that I'm saying that they're right, but we have a lot of those through the parish. So
we have parish employees who run daycare centers or whatever out of their house. We're not going after existing non-conforming, but what we are telling you is we're not going to allow new ones to just pop up.
So everything else was grandfathered.
Yes, sir.
Existing
Well, we don't use the word grandfather. We say existing non-conforming.
And how are we going to track that?
Track existing non-conforming? Well, because the people who
they should have permits and all that at the present time, right?
Right. Okay. And if a new business is coming, they're going to have to apply for a permit.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I had Councilman Clewart, Councilman Thompson, and I'll get to you. Councilman Clewart. Go ahead.
I just wanted to admit to everybody that this is what we discussed in the last meeting. Basically, we discussed the wording on it, and I had the same concerns that Mr. Valentine had, and so it's clear now.
Okay. Councilman Thompson.
So on the snowball stand, every year, that same person would have to come back and get that permit.
Correct.
Okay, so the ones that's here are here to stay. New ones, a lot of people have those portable snowball stands that pull behind their vehicle and park in different areas.
I can't speak to how those things are permitted today, but if somebody wants to open up a snowball stand in their yard, that meets home occupation standards.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Any more discussion? Councilman Oliver Joseph.
So electricity, they had a meter for that snowball stand. That electricity was cut off for 6 months or more. They still capable of renewing their lights and they get electricity turned on? Back to the building? I mean, electricity has always been a problem when you say existing business in a zoning area. And if you have electricity cut off more than 6 months to a year, you cannot reopen it if it was rezoned or something like that. I mean, you know.
Right, and I think that we may get into a situation where we do have to analyze whether or not we want snowball stands popping up everywhere in this parish. If somebody's opening up a snowball stand in their yard, once again, that meets home occupation standards. If somebody wants to open up a snowball stand on somebody else's property, well, now we've got a whole other issue where we need to figure out how that works. We're talking about specific cases that are much bigger than a snowball stand, that are selling things that aren't snowballs, that impact a much bigger population with traffic and other offensive uses. I mean, specifically, we're not going after snowball stands with this ordinance change. I mean, it's not what we're doing.
Small business.
We're not going to stop the ice cream truck, in other words, huh? Thank you.
Any more discussion with Rick? Parish President.
I think the simple way to track that is if you had an occupational license last year, or you had a permit last year, then you grandfathered in. As long as you keep coming and get it. I don't see where that's going to be a problem. If we have any problem with that, we'll handle it.
Any more discussion? Ms. Suzanne, read the motion to me. I've got a motion and a second to move the ordinance. Have I got that yet? We're in discussion mode. Any more discussion? Any objection? Ordinance is adopted. Ms. Lindsay?
Whereas Ascension Parish is a local governmental subdivision as defined by Article 6, Section 44 of the Louisiana Constitution of 1974, and whereas the Parish of Ascension is the governing and responsible body over the zoning regulations within this jurisdiction, and whereas Article 6 of the Home Rule Charter of Ascension Parish, adopted May 1993, identifies the process and manner in which to adopt ordinances regulating the lands of this parish, and whereas the Ascension Parish Development Ordinance was adopted on January 9, 2003, and made effective April 2, 2003. Whereas it is determined that the revisions to the tables are necessary to meet the intent of the medium intensity, rural, and conservation zoning categories. Be it ordained by the Ascension Parish Governing Authority that Tables A and B to Chapter 17, Planning and Development of the Code of Ordinances of Ascension Parish, Louisiana, is amended as follows. Tables A and B be revised to remove permitted uses of commercial in the RM, R, and C zoning classification, see Exhibit A, attached here to and made a part hereof.
A motion for open public hearing, please. Motion by Councilman Chris Lohr, second by Councilman Randy Kluart. Anyone wish to speak on this item, please come forward. Sign in, Ms. Suzanne. You'll be allotted 3 minutes. Motion closed by Councilman Chris Lohr. Second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. I'll need a motion to move the ordinance. Motion by Councilman Randy Kluart. Motion by Councilman Adrian Thompson. Second by Councilman Randy Kluart. Any discussion? Any objection? Ordinance is adopted. Before we get to Councilman Todd Lambert, we will go back to 9B, please. Precinct location, LeBlanc Nissan. That'll be Mr. Robert Poche, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. I come to y'all tonight to request that we move Precinct 17, which was originally at LeBlanc Nissan, as y'all can recall, but because of construction, Parish temporarily moved it to Fire District Number 1 training facility. The Nissan facility is back available. The request is that we move Precinct 17 back to LeBlanc Nissan, where it originally was.
Motion to move it back to LeBlanc Nissan.
Motion by Councilman Adrian Thompson. Second by Councilman Kent Schexnayder. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, in the submission to justice, please indicate that we are moving this particular precinct to that location where it was before. This is not a new location. That will expedite the approval of it.
Just
Thank
for
you.
the renovations or whatever was taking place.
That's correct. We temporarily out. We're going back to our original location. It's not a new location.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
President Martinez, please.
While we have Mr. Poche here, I'd just like to see if he could provide us with some updated census information and precinct information. And, you know, it's really not too early to start looking at, if the new census comes out, you're going to have to redistrict.
it's really not too early to start looking at that. And I would urge all of you to get those densities and where you registered voters are and population figures from Mr. Boucher.
A very wise choice of words. This will be a radical reapportionment. That's what we're familiar with here because of the expanded population of this parish. I would strongly, as my recommendation to all the council members, that you start looking at that situation right now, because the district as we know them today are no longer going to exist, and it's going to radically change a lot of those districts. So if anything I can do personally to help y'all to assist you and give you information, I'll be very glad to do so.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, next we have Councilman Todd Lambert. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Councilman Dennis Cullen. Deputy Poche, Chaplain Spivey, appreciate y'all coming tonight. Thank you, sir.